What do you do when the negative feelings come up? Let's define negative feelings in two ways. One, they're the feelings that you'd like to avoid as often as possible. You don't want to have them in your life. You actually try a lot of times to go about your life without those type of feelings. That's what I mean when I say negative feelings. And two, the other way you know you have a negative feeling is because, so you're trying to avoid it, but then when you're in it, you're trying to hurry it up, get rid of it, and eliminate it from your life as quickly as possible. Unlike when you feel joy or you feel satisfaction and you want to revel in it and you want to experience it and feel it for a long time, right? So we can learn amazing things from our positive feelings, but equally so, we can learn amazing things from our negative feelings. And a big part of experiencing your negative feelings is allowing them to just be there without judgment. Let me give you an example to help you understand what this means. There was a time in my life for many, many years where I thought that I was less than, like I wasn't like good enough. I wasn't being a strong enough woman if I was like feeling sadness to the point that it was bringing me to tears. Showing tears, like physically having the tears because I was so worked up over something. I was so sad and sorrowful. I thought that was a big sign of weakness. And like, I'm being all out honest with y'all. This is exactly how I felt. And so when I was going through this while I was in college, and so you can imagine when you're living in the dorm with other girls, you're seeing all the different emotions. And emotions are all over the place when a bunch of girls live together. And so they would cry at the drop of the hat, it felt like. And there were tears all over the place. And I had so much judgment in my own mind about what that meant of other girls, okay? And I was in a sorority and I was around other people in college, and just tears came up in all different kinds of situations. For sadness, for sorrow, for anger, for frustration, like you need, for stress, right? And so, but I thought that was a sign of weakness. So when I started to feel that, and I wasn't looking at how it connected to my thoughts, but when I started to feel that, I worked really hard on suppressing those type of emotions. So the more that I suppressed them, instead of allowing myself just to feel them and work through that emotion, instead I was trying to suppress them. And suppressing for me led to more worry, led to more anxiety, but I didn't even know how to label that. I was young and I was naive and I didn't have a sense of how to even process this. But my worry was off the charts. So was a lot of my stress. You know what probably would have been a lot healthier for me? And I can know that this is the case if I just would have learned how to process those times that I did feel sad, when I was upset, and allow the tears to come naturally. It's a natural expression of how we're made. But when we try to shift through, when we try to hurry through a particular emotion because it feels awkward, it feels negative, instead of allowing that experience to be there and to learn from it, because there's something we can learn from it. Why are we in that mood? Why are we going through that experience? So when we are going through that type of experience where we feel that it's really negative, that we feel like it's taking us out of where we want to be, we just want to be in total delight and joy and happiness all the time, which isn't reality. When we are stifling our reality, what we are going through with that negative emotion, that's not allowing ourselves that grace to experience that. We are human beings and we need to be allowed to experience the gamut of emotions that we are wired for. And so suppressing those tears for me, that caused me other complications that led to other sorrows. And I just had to work through that. I had to come to terms with understanding what that meant. Why was I feeling that way?